Hello, tubers, and welcome back. You're watching Cooper's Thai Adventures. Today, again, I'm with Mr. Brooke Schneider, and we're going to talk about a subject that concerns all of you that want to retire to Thailand. How much do I need to retire in Thailand? That is today's topic. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We're again with Mr. Brooke Schneider, and we're going to be talking about budgets. What's the minimum budget that you need? What's a comfortable budget? And what is a high budget to live an exceptional life in Thailand? So welcome back, Mr. Brooke Schneider.
Glad to be here.
Great. So let's start with the budgets. What would you say that you're spending on an average month for you and Jackie? This is two of you now in Thailand.
I would say on an average, probably 2,000, between 2 and 2,500. I budget for that. Right. I don't always spend that much, but that's what I do budget for. So
you budget between 2,000, 2,500
for two of us.
For two of you.
Yep.
Okay. So let's work out your costs here that you have. First off, your rent. How much is your rent?
My rent is $300 a month, but that includes my Wi-Fi, which is fiber optic and works, which is great. Normally, if I had to pay that, it'd be about at least $25 a month extra, so I take that off. So really, my accommodation is like $275 a month, $25 for the internet, which works, so it's $300 a month, call it. Over top of that, for the accommodation, I budget about $75 a month for electric.
Okay.
And water, another, $10, so 85. So, so say 400 a month would more than cover electric, water, and accommodation in what I call a 5-star unit. Condo.
Okay, yeah. 5-star unit. Yes, yeah, I agree completely. So we're at $400 now. You're renting a scooter.
I do. I started with a 125 Honda Click. And I like that, and I probably would have stayed with it, but I thought, let me try the 160 Click. I was so impressed with the Honda. And yeah, it's got the better power. I was paying $75 a month for the 125. I pay $100 a month for the 160. I'm sticking with the 160.
Okay. So, $125 US a month for the rental of the motorbike.
Actually, $100 a month for the rental of the motorbike.
Oh, the 100.
I budget about another $25 a month for gas, which is probably over budgeting, but anyways.
Okay, so that's $125 US a month. So we're up to $425. Now, that bike that you're renting includes insurance?
Yes, through the dealer. Now, between you and me and the gatepost, I don't want to find out what that insurance, what it would work, but it's covered, yeah. So it's probably not going to cover me for medical or anything like that. You'd want to add that extra, your medical, but...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're at $425 a month. That covers your rent, your electricity, your water, your internet, your motorbike rental, and your gas for traveling for the month. Okay. What about food?
Just to backtrack a sec, 400 for the unit and say 125 for the bike. So you'd be about 5.25 transportation and accommodation.
Okay, 5.25.
As far as food, it's whatever I want to eat. If I like eating out a lot. There's restaurants here for $5-6 that we're both going to eat and be filled with good food. And you can eat cheaper than that, and you can definitely spend more at the upper scale restaurants if you want to eat there. But I would say you're going to be hard pressed to spend $100 a week on food.
$100 a week for two people.
For two people, yeah.
For two people. So, okay, let's say you did spend $100 a week for two people. You're at 5.25. 4 weeks in a month, you're looking at $925 thereabouts for your month, and that's your expenditure.
Yep. Say $1,000 would be your accommodation, your transportation, and your food. So then over on top of that, you're going to have, you want to do tours or do elephant rides or whatever, different shows you want to go to.
So basically, $1,000 a month for two people is damn cheap. Damn cheap. Thinking about it, most Americans get a state pension of $1,800 a month. How would you live on that? $1,800 a month.
Yeah, quite well. You would live better here on that than you ever would in the West.
Yes.
I mean, I used to winter in Florida, and there's no way you could winter in Florida for under, like for $2,000 a month U.S. Just absolutely couldn't do it.
No.
You know, when you add everything up. But here you definitely can. And I mean, I used to love Florida in the winters until I found, for example, the Philippines and also Thailand, because you can winter here for a heck of a lot less than you could in the West.
Okay.
And in my opinion, in even nicer accommodations in a lot of cases.
Yeah, I would agree. Now, do you pay any condo rates here?
You don't. The deal we worked don't pay any condo fees.
Right.
And I will say they really look after it. You know, it's maintained tremendously. There's a lot of new construction in this area. And obviously they have high seasons here, so you're going to pay more. We were fortunate that, you know, Jackie and I were able to rent during a low season, and we decided, hey, we'll commit for a year, and, you know, made some good deals doing that.
Oh, yeah. So that's a very good point you just brought up there. If you're going to come out to Thailand and you want to rent a condo, our suggestion to you is that you come in low season. Now, low season is from the end of April all the way till November. And the reason they call it low season is because it's the rainy season. Rainy season doesn't mean it's raining every day. We're 2 months into rainy season already, and I think we've only had 3 rainy days out of the 2 months that we've been here in rainy season. We've been here a total of 3 months now. So with that being said, don't think of it as a bad thing. It's really not. You do get maybe during the whole rainy season a week's worth of heavy rain, I would call it. And the rest of the time it's quite nice and it miles down the weather. So on the budget terms, when you're looking at how much you need to retire, if you're on that $1,800 US dollars a month as a single person, how would you live, Brooke? As a single person on $1,800 a month?
Great. Yeah.
You would live great, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And eating out at Thai restaurants, such as they have the food court in Big C. Big C is the #1 supermarket here in Thailand, and also Tesco Lotus, another big supermarket chain here, and they all have food courts. If you're eating the Thai food in there, which is absolutely delicious, what does it cost you on average to eat at Tesco Lotus or Big C?
$1.50.
$1.50. And he's not joking there. He's dead serious. Even
and it's a healthy meal.
It is.
Yeah, it's not this McDonald's fast food Wendy's stuff back in the West. It's actually they cook it right in front of you, and you can see what they're putting in the ingredients. It's all healthy.
Yes.
And it's great. And the affordability, I couldn't believe it doesn't pay you to eat at home.
No.
When you can eat out that affordable. Now, we still go to the markets to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. So Jackie likes to cook, so we do some home cooking as well. But boy, oh boy, when you can eat out that cheap and healthy, why wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Darlene and I enjoy it very much, going out, eating Thai food. And, I'll go to one of the food courts, and Brooke's right. Absolutely right. Well, we're spending $3-4 for Darlene and I both to have a meal, and it's quite filling.
It is.
It's quite filling. That's a good meal. And Thailand is probably about the only country I know in the world where it is cheaper to eat out than it is to buy food and cook it at home. Would you say the same?
I'd agree. Yep.
You'd agree. Okay. So with the budgets that you would live out here, what would you say the minimum amount is for a single person to live out here comfortably?
Comfortably, that's going to be different for everybody. I would say you'd want to have, $1,000 a month, and you're going to have a, under $200 accommodation, and, maybe you're not having a scooter, maybe you're taking bot buses. Bot buses are like 30 cents, and they'll take you everywhere,
10 baht.
Yeah, and then the taxis are cheap as dirt here. I don't know how they make any money. But so even on rainy days, you can take a taxi pretty well everywhere for like $3.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could do it on 1,000. Now, you're not going to be out drinking every night. You're not going to be having fancy steak meals twice a week. And, you'd have to budget it, but you could do it. It's all how you budget.
Yeah.
1,500 gets you into where you'd say, hey, you're comfortable and do what you want,
Yeah.
More than that, that's a bonus.
Yeah. So $1,800 for two people. You're still paying the same amount of rent. You're still paying the same amount of electricity and water and internet. The only thing that you're paying extra for the second person is food.
Correct.
Is food. And you're not going to spend $800 on one person to eat in Thailand.
Nope.
You're just not. It's incredibly cheap. It's incredibly good food. And like Brooke says, it's very, very healthy. Great way to have a diet. Every condominium that we looked at, and we looked at quite a lot before we chose this one.
I think I added it up was 30 units. Some with agents, some on our own.
Yeah.
And but when you do the research like that, you really get a good feel for what you like, what you don't like, areas to be in, and obviously budget. And some of them were outlandishly priced, and God bless them, they're still not rented. You know. But no, we're happy with what we got.
And what about location? Is location important?
I would say it is. Now, we're quite fortunate. We have a 7-Eleven next door, which you find you use a tremendous amount. We're close to the night markets, which I like because, Cooper introduced me to kebabs, and I never had kebabs till I met him in Thailand, and I love them. They're healthy, good food choice. $2. Fills you up, a whole meal.
$2.
Yeah, and it's a healthy meal.
What is a kebab for the American people out there that watch my channel?
I talked to my buddy back in Largo. He's coming here, by the way. Robert, I'll get him at some point. Tell you about him, but he's paying. I think he said $12.
$12 for a kebab.
Yeah. Now that'll get his drink. They have the best deal is the $12 with the drink. So he gets that. But that's crazy. And he's shocked because I sent him pictures of what he can get here for that. So
yeah. So you're getting a kebab, and they got chicken and lamb kebabs here, and they cook it on a skillet and with an open flame. And it's a rotisserie, and they just carve it off, and they put it in a tortilla bread, and with vegetables and whatever sauce you want on there, ketchup, mayo, hot sauce, garlic sauce, whatever you want on there. And it's, I want to say, what is it, 60 baht for a small one.
For a small, I like the bigger ones, so I pay 80.
80 baht.
Yeah, so
for a large. So that's just over $2, like $2.10.
Nah, $2.25 even.
Yeah, maybe $2.25. And the size of it, you're talking like this. It's that big, and one of them fill you up.
Oh yeah.
So that's a full meal right there.
Yep.
For $2.
Get your veggies and your meat, your lean chicken, and your, I think it's naan bread or something. It's some sort of wrap on the kebabs.
And it's very healthy. It's not
healthy.
Fried in grease or fat.
Nope.
No, it's done on an open skillet, which is another great thing. Now, where we live, what amenities do we have around here?
Well, at the condo units, I love the pools. I swim every day in those. They've got an aerobics gym, a free weight gym. I love those. Use those both every day. And, you're walking distance to the markets and the 7-Eleven, which is great. So, Yep.
And a pharmacy right across the street.
Yep.
A laundromat across the street.
Yep. Lots of restaurants right in the area. We've eaten there.
Yeah,
and,
you got a terrific American breakfast restaurant right outside the condominium here. And what about parking? Do you have to pay to park your bike?
No, there's no parking fees in this unit.
There's none in this unit, but in the Philippines you had to pay to park, didn't we?
Correct.
If you had a motorbike or a car and you were staying at a condominium, you had to pay to park. And if you wanted to buy that parking space at where we lived in the Philippines in General Trias, do you recall how much it was if you wanted to buy one of those parking spaces?
I don't recall, but I remember they wanted $60 a month.
$60
for a parking spot.
Just for a parking spot.
And I'm paying $300 for the whole unit. Like, why the heck am I paying that?
Yeah.
Now, luckily, I didn't have anything at that time, but when I rented the scooter, I talked to the guard at the condominium unit. It was a gated complex, and I said, "Hey, I've got a scooter. I don't have a parking spot. Just park it over here. No charge." So and he kept an eye on it. So
that was great. That was great.
Yeah. I'd like to say one thing about the budget, though.
Sure, go ahead.
A lot of people are concerned about budgeting and do they have enough money saved? And my advice is, from experience. I retired when I was 55, is obviously set your goal, but retire as young as you can. You don't need as much money to live on going forward as most people think they do. You don't need this $1.5 million and $2 million and more and all that. I mean, if you want a winter in Naples, Florida, you probably do. But in Thailand, you can definitely live on a heck of a lot less budget. And your years that that you're going to be working to save up for your what you consider necessary retirement income, you can cut those years down dramatically by finding places like Thailand where your money goes a lot further. You add in the fact that you can get the amenities you like, and and if you're like me, was looking for your last love, definitely they're both in Philippines and here. I see a lot of expats with quite young women, and they seem to be getting along great and in love, and that's great. So,
and that's accepted here.
It's sort of the norm. Way better than the West.
Yeah,
I had tried online dating in the West, and I'll tell you that was a horror show for me after about 6 months. And it was my buddy over there that says, "Well, hey, take a look at the Philippines." What? I never even thought of it, but so do your research and. You'll find you can live on a lot less than you probably think you need. And the benefit of doing that is that you can retire a heck of a lot younger. I would tell any, 20 to 30-year-old, come to Thailand for a visit. So you kind of get your feet wet, you see what you like, and say, Jesus, maybe I could retire when I'm 45 here if I save this much, And if you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s, do the same thing. Come for a month, see if it's your type of lifestyle. And if you're retired and you're in your 60s, heavens, get over here.
Okay, well, that's great stuff. So there you have it on the budget, what you need to retire and have a good life in Thailand. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit that like button and subscribe and thumbs up. And we'll see you next time. Take care. God bless. Thank you.